welcome into the Sorare in the States basketball show. Alex, we are 3 weeks into season three, 3 game weeks into season three of NBA, Sorare NBA. It has been an incredible time. The hoops, the balls are going in, 3-point shots, blocks, all that fun stuff. Dude, it has been insane. The scores have been crazy. Talk about last weekend. We know a certain someone that hit a podium with a whole bunch of points. And maybe we'll get into that, maybe not. But we're here to talk about the Emirates NBA Cup. It is on its way. Sorare announced that they're doing 15,000 in daily cash prizes for the group stage.
Whoa,
Alex, that is crazy. We're gonna get into
that's a
all
lot
that
of
fun stuff.
money.
Dude, that is a lot of money daily on top of that. Not even just the cash that they're giving out, the 45K weekly, getting extra cash coming into our pockets for these daily games. We'll get into all that fun stuff because there is some sneaky strategy that is going to be happening during this NBA Cup. But hey, we're going to get onto that. That's why we got you here, the winning contender aficionado, Mike Basson, in the chat. No, there's no Chris yet. He's too busy booking mini Kiss over there at the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. If you haven't seen that, go watch that. It's a Mini Kiss live band. It was incredible. Shout out the Riverhounds making the playoffs, and shout out the MLS card guy. And that's right, Jay Blaze. Let's bleeping go. Tell all your friends, tell your grandma. We are here to talk some hoops. But Alex, like I was saying, we're 3 weeks in to this season. How's it been going for you so far?
Well, my strategy of basically just prio and contender has already done well. I didn't expect to win anything big to start off. I was in a tier 2 for like the entire 2 days to end it. Bumped out with like the last late slate into a high tier 3. Ended up winning. It's a reward. That's the best way to put it.
It's a reward.
I'll pull it up because
what did you get? I kind of saw it, but I wasn't really paying attention.
Sorry. Here, I'll share because he gets minutes. That's it's
bad
solid.
if that's how you're starting off. You're like, well, he plays.
Yeah, so here it is. Ben Shepherd.
Ben Shepherd.
He's got a low cap, but for like the minutes he plays, I don't know how great it is. 22 last game. That's not bad, but
I saw him last night.
Yeah, but we'll see. He started in the playoffs last year, so maybe they trust him a little bit. I mean, his peak is currently at 33.
Yeah.
And so
underdog play right there.
I think, I that's where I threw him. I don't think he'll be more than that. But any rewards I do win going up into the NBA Cup will be kept because in-season prices will rise a lot. There'll be the second boom of in-season prices. You can already see if we go to the graph. You can see where they started at, and now they're starting to dip, and you can see it a little rise starting to come up. But yeah, we knew they were going to do this tournament, so it just makes sense to not sell them for $4. So I'm not going to get rid of them.
I mean, this is the second year of the NBA Cup. The Sorare did something last year. It was the structure for it was a little bit different, but it's kind of the same premise. It was like, obviously these games are only on Tuesdays and Fridays. So they kind of did like a chase, they do like a monthly leaderboard for that one, which is kind of cool. So yes, this is the second year they're doing it. We did see prices rise into it the same way that we saw week 1, week 2. Like people last minute as the game week goes to lock and they start making their teams, all of a sudden they realize, oh, it doesn't fit under the cap. So the only choice you have is to go degenning. And we'll get into like the rules of the NBA Cup too, but you do need 2 in season for that as well. So yeah, there will be some shopping in the market. So hopefully you guys have been playing that daily game and stocking up on those market credits, because boy, they are giving away market credits like candy. Happy Halloween. And I am on my way to Wemby, Alex. I am stoked.
Yeah, I also made some purchases going into this game week. It's I'm starting to realize how many points you need, especially with 3 teams. There's so many people to go against. Do you know what the line is already for contender number 1? Like after one day?
One game day contender 230.
246.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, Pritchard, all of them in there. It's gonna be rough out here, but I think I have a good enough team. I have 2 teams that I'm pretty confident in. And hopefully just turn rewards. It doesn't necessarily have to be high, but with the guys that I have in, at some point they'll boom. But yeah, I'm having fun with it. My friend, he likes sports betting, so he bets on it, and I have my players going, and we have the 4 box going on one TV and the other 4 box going on the other. So we got 8 games going at once. So it's fun, and it's definitely better than just watching NBA just to watch it.
No, I definitely agree. I was definitely thinking about that last night, where it's like, yeah, whatever, say what you will about Sorare the game entirely, but just like how much it enhances the game viewing experience, whatever it is. Like, I'm watching all these games I would normally never care about. Like, yeah, I'll watch the Magic games. I'll always watch the Magic games. But then outside of that, I just never really cared. But now having Sorare, I'm following different teams. Like, I'm keeping up with all these matchups, and yeah, I've been doing a little betting too. So I'm like, whatever, dude. But yeah, I completely forgot that NBA season pass had the multi view. So that's been coming in clutch real hard, having a bunch of multiple games. But right before we go through all the information for the NBA Cup, we do need to know, Mike Baston wants to know, who's your Tim Melia in the NBA?
So low cap guy who plays a lot but doesn't score well. But like people play him because they're like, oh, he's low cap, it'll be good. And just never does anything. Who is that?
Timmy Hardaway Jr.
No, Hardaway did decent yesterday. He had 20 points, 20 points.
Right. What did he have before that?
I think he had 15. So
it was like an 8.
I mean, for eight cap, he's doubling his cap. So it's like, it's not bad.
There's a good one. Jay Blaze coming in. Tobias Harris. That's
solid.
Definitely a good one.
Yeah. Maybe like I don't know.
One for me, like a couple years ago, was campaign. Anytime I want to play campaign, it's just always terrible. It's never a good idea.
Yeah,
there's a few. You could even throw Halliburton in that list until last night. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's not been scoring any points. It's kind of bad.
It has not been fun. But Mike Baston, that's why he's not buying in. He simply can't keep up with the news, and not being able to catch much live is a big disadvantage. I do agree the Euro boys, especially now without Sorare data, man, it is just getting tougher for you.
Here's a piece of like, Mike, go get Taylor Hendricks. He's been doing really well.
Oh, rest in peace, Taylor Hendricks.
Oof.
Rest in peace, that UCF boy. I finally watched the clip this morning. Ugh.
Yeah, I was watching it live. I was like going to grab something from the other side of my room. My roommate's like, bro, and I come over and he points at it and his ankle is just like hanging. I'm like, oh my God.
Literally, because I heard some podcasts this morning when I was at work that they were talking about it, like, if you're squeamish, don't look at it. Like he was like,
it wasn't as bad as like Paul George and Gordon Hayward and other ones that we've seen in the past, but it's because it didn't bend the other way, but it's still bad. We probably shouldn't be talking about it.
Right.
But speedy recovery. He's really talented.
Yeah, unfortunately, and I was gonna buy him too, which I'm kind of glad I didn't. Like, I was really looking at him like UCF boy, a little bit of a homer pick, and I was gonna pick one up because apparently he was starting in Utah, right? Like he was supposed to have like a bigger year, but yeah, I heard about it and then I finally saw it, and when I tell you his leg looked like a noodle, he was straight noodling over there. He was spaghetti legging over there. It was tough.
$21 rare. It's not bad.
No, bro, he's out for the season.
No, out for probably this season, a little bit into next.
Sorare data bailing has killed us all. Trust me. I've been going in blind. I haven't looked at any other projections. Like, I've just been going into Sorare and building my lineups, and it's been a ride. It's been a ride. We'll see we'll see what I do.
I've been using a NBA Sorare Jet just so I can get like an idea.
Yeah.
Their projections are okay. Sometimes I talk to Bob because he has top tier projections, which is a little bit more accurate, but it gives the idea of who has good matchups. It's kind of like Sorare data. Like Sorare data projections were never that great, but they sort of gave you an idea. So yeah, I've been using that. They have a free feature, so you can export it to Sorare. They have the button.
They have the button.
So I've been using that, and then just immediately changing them as soon as they go into Sorare because I changed my mind. But yeah, we'll see. I started off last night with Kyrie and Jamal Murray, who both got 40 plus in my prio, but I'm gonna want to run a reward. We're gonna need bigger game weeks from bigger games from them, which Kyrie has 3, so hopefully we get time.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's gonna start coming in. I definitely made some lineup decisions based around that 3 game this midweek. Because there was only like 2 or 3 teams that have the 3 games this midweek. So, when you got it, when it's given to you, man, like sometimes you have to take it. Because I'm sure you've kind of noticed at this point, like sometimes they hit and sometimes they don't. Sometimes the ball's falling and other times it's they can't buy a bucket. So
Exactly.
It's just the way the cookie crumbles in the So Rare NBA streets. But hey, let's get into this NBA Cup because I have a couple questions for you. I need to wrap my head around some strategies as this NBA Cup goes through because decisions will be made. So we're gonna take a look over here. So the NBA Cup, yes, it is coming November 12th. It is starting. So basically, it's gonna be like daily hoops. So every day that there is the NBA Cup days, because there's specific days, there's a calendar on the website. If you're watching on YouTube, it's right here in front of us. If not, you can go look at it on their blog. But yeah, basically, so it's going to be a daily competition. You are required to use 2 in-season cards for this competition, right? But here's the thing. As we all know, if you've been playing So Rare Pro and playing the daily hoops, if you have cards lined up in So Rare Pro, you can't use them in the daily competition. So before we even get in anything else, we have to know, Alex, going in to the midweek, you're going to have to decide whether you want to play pro or you want to sit it out and focus on the NBA Cup and all the $15,000 of cash prizes. So right off the get-go, how does that make you feel? Are you willing to risk your So Rare Pro lineups to play this NBA Cup competition?
Here's the thing. There's a little fine print they always put in there. Every single competition got to have 2 in-season cards.
Yes.
I don't have 2 in-season cards.
Yes.
So unless from now to the time that I win in-season cards that I feel will be good enough to play in the competition, I think I'm going to stick to contender because, first of all, less entries because people will be priming that. I think it's going to be a lot more prevalent in in-season competitions.
Right.
But if you have an in-season gallery, I don't see why you wouldn't play the daily hoops.
Right.
Just because there's more cash on the line. And because it's daily, also you can get more up-to-date news. So if someone gets hurt in that Tuesday game, you don't have to worry about them not playing in that later, for the rest of the week with whatever you're doing. But I mean, $5 to top 175 for daily for limited. Like if you have, it's all going to depend on cards, like quality of cards.
What you have.
Exactly. And so if you have a strong in-season gallery, for me, it makes more sense to play daily with more cash on the line. And there's 2 of those per day. So it's top 175 twice. So there's 2 opportunities to win. Whereas,
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, isn't there 2 daily hoops per week?
Well, yeah, I mean there is. Oh, okay. Oh, you mean like per week? I thought you meant
There's
like
2
per day.
opportunities
Okay.
to
Yeah.
win.
Well, it's separate game weeks though. So that's the
Is it?
thing. So, yeah.
I thought
So
Monday and Thursday were in the same game week usually,
no. So the games are on
or
Tuesdays and
Friday.
Fridays.
Oh,
Yeah.
Friday.
So Friday's the beginning of
Oh,
the next lock. So
okay.
technically, yeah. So you would have to sacrifice your entire pro lineup for the entire weekend or week just for the one single day to focus on that. And then that basically means you're stuck playing daily every day, which hasn't been bad. Like it's been fun, and we'll have a show around that too because we've all been kind of hitting the daily pretty hard. But yeah, especially like now, like people like you, people that are just now building out their gallery, like whether it's classic in season or not, whether you're tempted to buy, one in season card or not, like not that many people will have a deep enough gallery to play both. So it's like something you're really gonna have to decide on right from the get go and go, hey, like you're either focusing on pro or you're going full steam ahead on the NBA tournament because they have some sick prizes. Not gonna lie.
And it'll be fun too to watch because all those games are happening at the same time. So just click those on if you don't have League Pass. I'm sure there's other ways to watch, but can't talk about that. But yeah, in-season tournament was fun last year.
Yeah.
It was just different. So you got to get used to that. People were like, "Oh, it's taking away from the games that they should be focusing on for these fringe teams." It all counts for regular season. They're all going to treat it like regular season, but
especially for the group stage, yeah.
But they did a good thing on having money involved. I think it's what $500K per player if you win
for the champion. I think so, yeah.
So
which is big for
incentive.
Like the lower end of the roster. Like that's a lot of money for these.
Exactly. Like there was a guy from Mizzou last year who was on the Lakers, and he only played like a couple minutes per game in garbage time, but he got $500K. And so that helps because some of those guys aren't going to be in the league for that long. And they're making, I mean, rookie minimums obviously a lot, but some of those guys are on 2-way contracts, which is not as good. So I think the teams purposely bring them up in the the opportunity that they do win, they get paid. So yeah, I think it's good because also scores are going to be better because people are going to be trying more.
Yeah.
We noticed in playoffs that the scores were definitely a little bit boosted. But then there were also a lot of flat scores, like lower, just because one team would dominate the other. But yeah, I mean, we haven't seen teams prioritize it.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just whoever
nobody
wins
ever does.
But once they get past that first round and they're like into the do they have a knockout stage? I forget.
Yeah. So it's basically it's the group stage. I think 2 teams get out of each group, and then there's like 2 wild cards maybe, and then yeah, it's straight knockout from there.
Yeah,
And
and
then the
so
final will be in Vegas, which is kind of cool.
that's when teams start trying. Yeah, I remember that because that's when the Lakers won. But yeah, I know the Celtics group is insanely bad. That's how it was last year too. So if you have
Hey, the
Celtics
Magic
guys,
beat the Celtics last year. Let's go.
we got killed by the Pacers in the knockout stages. But this year, I don't think we're gonna win. I don't think we're gonna lose more than 13 games. That's my prediction. Last year, my
Ooh.
prediction was we were gonna win the finals and only lose 3 times in the playoffs, and that happened. So
Okay. All right.
this
All
year,
right.
I think we're gonna do even better.
Y'all getting a little ahead of yourselves over there in Boston, even though no, you guys look incredible. There's
And
no denying how flawless like Boston looks right now. It's kind
it
of
helps
crazy.
that there's no other really like teams that are super strong from the East. Like the Cavs are good, but like okay, maybe just Paolo by himself. But
That's all we need,
yeah,
baby. Who needs
yeah,
anybody else when
Suggs
you
has
have
been doing
Paolo?
good too. Suggs has been doing good.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Suggs has been great.
But
Um,
I'm
we
excited.
do.
I'm excited to watch the tournament. It'll be fun with the courts. I love the courts.
Oh, dude, the courts are the best part. The best. I don't really care for like the Jersey City edition jersey, but the courts, dude, they are sick. Mike Basson and Jay Blaze do want to know though. So like the actual competition for the NBA Cup is going to be straight, just like champion basically. So the MVP and 120 cap. It's going to be normal, nothing crazy, nothing fun. They will still have the normal daily going on at the same time. But specifically for the NBA Cup, it's just going to be your standard pro. And then as well, the actual games for the tournament will be included in pro. So you still can technically get the scores from those games, but you're not actually playing for the $15,000 prize pool. I do want to bring something else up though that like I kind of slipped though, is they're giving away cash in common. We saw this in baseball. One of the coolest things they did, I think when we all saw that playing the other sports, we were incredibly jealous. Like, oh, wait, you can win cash in common. It's never been heard of before. Baseball did it, and now the NBA is doing it too. So, along with limited and rare, you'll be able to put in some common competition. So, you can participate in this NBA Cup as well and potentially win some cash, which is see, look, you can play, Alex. Look at that. You don't have to buy in season, you can still participate.
Dude, my common cards are really good. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not playing daily this week just to see how good my common team is.
Oh, really?
It's like I'm trying to think of who I have. Luca, James Harden. I had Shingun, but I sold him. There's a couple other good guys. I know, but that might be something then. If I
I
could throw my Luca into common and try to win money.
Yeah, I actually did the opposite. I didn't play the common pro so that I could have all my common cards for the daily hoops because the amount of market credits I've been pulling out of daily hoops. Like I am like I'm thinking of not even setting rare lineups at this point and just focusing on daily.
Yeah,
Because
but for me,
no,
I'm not targeting in season stuff. So it's like I'd rather try to win limiteds. I think that'd be fun.
I mean if you had 50% off $50, would that tempt you a little bit?
But then I'd just be buying a card for its like regular price when I
No,
could just
half
get old
price.
season.
You just be
But the
buying half
old
price.
season's the same price.
But then you could win more cash and more market credits.
Maybe. I'm trying
You
to see who I had
you are
last year.
very so. And you kind of brought it up. I wasn't gonna. You're really not even gonna buy 2 in-season cards for this competition. Like you are so full strict, like no
I'm
in-season
gonna
for
win
you.
2 in-season cards so I can play.
Yeah, but are those 2
I'm,
in-season cards that you randomly win gonna win you anything?
I'm halfway there
It,
already. So
okay.
and plus they play their deep guys a little bit more in these tournaments too.
Oh, you think we'll see a little bit more rotation?
Yeah,
A little bit
because
more
there's gonna
minutes
be
for these youngins.
a lot of games quickly, especially if they make it far. And a team like the Pacers, who I have for this guy already, they're good. They're a solid team. So, and they made it to the championship last year. So They want to try to get their get back.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Interesting.
here's my comment team. Will this win me cards, Sorare?
What do you got? You got Rudy, Jordan Hawkins. Ooh, that's a cheeky little pickup. You got Brunson with a 30. God, Brunson's been so bad to start the season. Sucks. Yeah. I mean, Harden can bang. Luca banged. Rudy can. It's a terrible matchup for Rudy though. And Jordan Hawkins. Yeah, there you go.
I mean,
You might
let's
be in
see.
amongst it.
Top 50. Oh God, who's number one?
284.
Paolo.
Dang, Rui banged a 50, dude.
This is possible. Luca could hit this. Harden could hit this. Maybe.
Yo, real talk. Are we buying the Rui Hachimura hype right now? Are we buying the Lakers hype right now?
He did solid yesterday.
Did JJ Redick just turn the Lakers around? Is JJ Redick a good coach? I need these answers, Alex.
What's Rui's cap? 24?
It's probably low as hell.
24 is all right. I'd rather have like a couple other guys for that. But yeah,
I think many people in that range are hitting those 45s.
Look, you can't even scout anymore. Oh, yes, you can. I'm tripping.
Oh, can you?
Yes, you can. No, yeah, you can still do like stuff like this. But I mean, like from watching the Lakers every night because they're like always the late game, they look really good.
Yo, shout out to the homie Austin Reeves, boy.
He's been doing really well. I think that they're probably right now they're probably the third best team in the league.
Yeah, the way they're playing, and LeBron hasn't even been playing like all that great either, which is like
he barely scraped 10 yesterday. Almost lost his streak, which would have been bad. But yeah, I think it's right now it's Celtics, Suns, Lakers, because KD, KD looks good.
Yo, KD, vintage KD, putting up buckets right now. It's been good to see. It's been good to see. Is Sorare Data actually working or not?
Yeah, we got Naz Reid. There's Rui, Taylor Hendricks.
R.I.P.
I mean, like Giddy's been really good. Trying to see. Hawkins has been really good. Lively, obviously. Healed, and Norman Powell. I don't know where Powell's at.
Walker Kessler.
Yep. But
Benedict Matherin's been really bad.
Norman Powell had a banger of a game the other day.
There you go. Pico player just letting you know now. Just wait for the Suns to start getting injured.
Oh yeah. Realistically,
I didn't buy a Booker.
Realistically, though, they have like if Beal gets hurt, they just throw Tice in that role. Like he's the guy that I think out of anybody to get hurt that.
And Beal already missed a game.
Yeah, exactly. For injury management.
Yeah. Well, hey, maybe not, man. Maybe this is the year. Maybe this is the year until they don't. They even benched like Nurkic at the end of that game because he was playing terrible.
Dude, they benched him for like the whole second half.
Yeah, the cracks are already showing in Phoenix, boy.
Yeah, they played Plumlee the whole time.
Yeah, I mean Mobley's been great. I was like, I degened into a rare last weekend too. I saw it for like, I think I picked up a rare for like classic rare for like $36, and I was like, that's too cheap. And it's already going up. The way he's been playing, and the Cavs are undefeated right now.
Crazy, there's only a few undefeated teams left.
4? I think there's 4.
I thought when I checked before yesterday, it was like 4 on each side, each conference. So
yeah, Pico coming in with the facts. KD will miss 15 plus games, and Booker hasn't been healthy in a year. Yeah, I agree on the Booker thing. It's only a matter of time. Little boy's soft.
But if they're good if they're good for the playoffs,
sneaky team, man.
Interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, me and Bob were talking about Booker and KD, and I was like, I don't know, KD just the way he's playing the start of the season, and you get those defensive stats too. Oh yeah, give me all those blocks on top. It's a little cherry on top. You want to talk about another cherry on top, Alex?
I have a question for you though.
Yes.
How's that De'Aaron Fox been going?
It's okay.
We got him. I think he's been solid. What about Booker?
He's been okay. I need him to do a little bit more, but he's been good. Oh, good thing I didn't pick up that Steph though.
Oh, Booker's not been great. Okay, good. We made the right decision.
Booker's not been great. Yeah, and Steph's now hurt for like a week or two.
Yeah.
Rolled the ankle.
That would have been bad.
Yeah. See, there you go. De'Aaron Fox is the play. Look at that. We buy on the show. We win on the show. It is great. It is great. But
the thing is, Pico, you say that last year he didn't get hurt. He didn't get hurt last year.
That is true though. He played
70-something games.
Yeah, like 74, 75 games. Like
He
he
didn't have a
played a majority
long-term
of the season.
injury. So, and the way he's playing, oof, so good.
But that's the thing, though, is that now because JJ's come out and said that everything's basically going to run through AD, does that kind of put him back in that position to take a little knock again?
We'll see.
Yeah,
Like
we'll see.
LeBron said,
We'll
he's
see.
going to play every game. They've been keeping AD on the floor a lot, but he hasn't really gotten himself in situations where he would get hurt yet.
Yeah.
He kind of just he just drives, but it's not like quick drive and cutting. He just like takes the ball, backs him down, and gets fouled. He goes to the line so much.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, hopefully the increased minutes, the increased usage doesn't really affect him because, dude, when he's out there, he's balling. Like he's been great. He's great on Sorare. He's been great for the Lakers this season already.
Yep.
Dude, the league is better when he's healthy, but there is that risk. There's that risk with everybody though. Everybody soft, and Embiid's out again. Embiid and PG are out for tonight too.
Drummond eventually.
Or tomorrow. Well, one of them.
Yeah, it went. Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah.
Drummond will eventually hit. But that cherry on top that I was talking about, Alex, they have 5 grand prize winners are going to the finals of the in-season tournament in Vegas. Not only are they going to the game, not only are they going to the finals, Sorare is giving them $1,000 travel voucher, which is insane because it's going to cost that much to get to Vegas. I promise. It's barely covering your flight. Okay, you're still going to have to spend another grand in hotels, but it doesn't matter because you're going to the in-season tournament final, which is now the NBA Cup. LOL. They didn't update that graphic. LOL. Dang it, Sorare.
Emirates
You
is going to
give
sue
and
him.
you get. Yeah, Emirates is going to sue. But hey, and 25 winners get 2 tickets to an NBA regular season game. So there is cash prizes, there are tickets, there are travel vouchers. Alex, is this enough to make you want to buy some in-season cards?
Well, maybe because I'm going to an NBA game in February, so maybe try to win them tickets.
Oh, try to win those tickets.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, and then so what is this? You can collect your way to Vegas, Alex. They're running a raffle that can net you some amazing rewards. All right, you get 1 entry just for playing. Look at that. And then in addition, every limited rare and super rare card you purchase on NBA Cup game days, so on Tuesdays and Fridays, via auction or Instabuy, it earns you an additional raffle ticket, boosting your odds to head to Vegas. So now you have to buy while everybody else is buying inflated prices.
Exactly, but that'll inflate auction prices.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting, dude. I'm not saying buy the dip now, but looks like there's a lot of incentive for prices to be going up here in the near future.
Yeah, agreed.
And you're still not tempted to buy in season, huh?
I know I'm going to buy in season. One of the guys who used to play for Mizzou, I collect him every year, so I'll get that. But to play, we'll see, because some of these prices are absurd for like good guys.
Dude, not even our prices absurd, but some of the scores. I remember when in season came to football, everybody was like, "Oh, buy in season early, get in early before the competition. Like scores are going to be lower, it's going to be easier to win." But no, it ain't. No, it ain't. Not in the basketball street.
Unless you're Bob, you're good.
Chill. Unless you're Bob. Well, the problem is you're playing against people like Bob, who came out swinging and have crazy killer teams.
Did he tell you what he got with his winnings?
No, I haven't talked to him yet about it.
Wild. He's going all in. Yeah, it's going to be tough to play against him.
Oh, yeah. He told me some of his buys already. Yeah, he won a ton of cash to his already great in-season gallery, and he's just dumping more into it. So, good luck winning some cash.
That's why I'm not playing in season.
Oh, great! Of course, we're talking about Bob, and he's here. Hey, Bob, how you doing, Bob?
Good
he
podium.
Heard it. He felt a little tingle in his ear. He's like, "Oh, they're talking about me. I need to hop on." I'm glad you're here, Bob. I am glad you're here. There you go, Jay Blaze. Who should we be buying? Debating on holding off for either an in-season SGA or a classic Luka. Ooh.
It depends on what competition you're playing, because SGA has been really, really, really good so far. So I don't see a reason not to have an SGA.
Let's see. What's SGA going for right now? It's funny. I had this conversation like season 1. It's like, do you want SGA? Oh yeah, there you go. $15. You got $73 for an old season. What? $166 for the Insta buy for in season. In-season
Interesting.
SGA. And how much is a classic Luca right now?
Like 180.
A classic?
It's up there. It was up there going into the second week. I know that. I don't know if it's gone down a little bit or not, but
154 is the floor.
154. Okay.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, Bob said you have to buy the in-season SGA. So.
Yep. Simple. Simple as that.
Look at that, Bob. Look at that, spending his time wisely while at work, hanging out with us. No, I do agree. You kind of, especially if you're playing seriously, I am starting to go like you buy the in-season smashers, and then whatever you need to fill in, like a low cap role player. Like right now, this week, I had whatever his cap was, a classic Pritchard. Or did I use Pritchard in classic? No, I
Hope
used him
so.
in my classic. I
Hope
forget who I
so.
used in season, but that first week I used Pritchard, a classic like 10 Pritchard, and then I filled it out with in season, and I won $5 right off the back. First game week, look at me go!
There you
Look at
go.
me go! So I think it is smarter to just buy the smashers in season, and then just like fill out the roster with some cheap guy. Like you shouldn't be going out and spending like 3-4x times the price for a guy that's just like coming in for a game week or two to smash, and then go right back to the bench. Like that's just such a waste of fun because this price is gonna fall off a cliff.
I didn't think Pritchard had it in him last night, but I was wrong apparently.
Yeah. What was it you that I was talking? I was like, yo, Sam Hauser's out. Like it's only Pritchard out there just chucking. And boy, did he chuck. He chucked.
Yeah, it helps. It helps when Tatum doesn't do well, and he was taking all the threes.
That's true. That's true. Which he's had a killer start to the season. If you're not getting SGA, you might be wanting to go pick up a Tatum because his price might be a little lower than the rest of them.
Yep. Exactly.
And don't forget, XP does matter. He came in second because he had less XP and used a classic AD card. That's right. If I remember correctly, the person that beat Bob had the exact same lineup and beat him out through XP, which sucks. Even though I'm not a believer, but again, if it happened to Bob, it could happen to you.
Yeah,
dude. Harden has been a good like second MVP this season. We all wrote the Clippers off. We were like, gross, disgusting. No Kawhi. Just kidding. James Harden said, "Hold my beer."
he's under 40 cap too, I think.
He probably won't be for much longer, but yeah, I think he was. He was a little bit lower. Dude, and they've been great. Like I watched a little bit of the Clippers this week, and I was like, oh, okay. Like, all right. Like, sure, like you don't want Norman Powell just chucking all the time, but
Yes, you do.
Sometimes
For
when
me,
they hit,
Storm Norman.
He's been working out for you, but yeah, they're kind of hanging in games, man. They're causing trouble for some teams, and hey, they're stealing some wins too. So sneaky little team, the Clippers. I didn't really think about them. Trae Young is definitely the way to go, obviously, but yeah, his price is just overinflated because it started the season with an L33, man. Dear Lord.
He's like $35 classic.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's which is kind of wild. That's kind of wild. Like compared to
would you say that's expensive or low?
Expensive, I would say. Like for some other guys you can get. Like I got Murray for like less than half that. And I mean like he's already put up a 20-pointer so it's like it's not like he's going to be hitting 50 every night. But his cap could stay low. We'll see.
I mean, he can, man. Trae Young definitely has it in him. Oh, you know who had it in him last night? Who I didn't play because he's pissing me off? Freaking Jalen Johnson. Guess who didn't play him?
He
popped off.
He was a big play. With no DeAndre Hunter.
I didn't play him anywhere, dude.
With no DeAndre Hunter, you didn't even play him?
He just didn't fit in any of my teams. And like the form that he was in, I just didn't want to risk it. And I was like, I didn't feel great about it. What did he end up going
for fantasy points wise?
Oh, dude, I think he dropped like a 60, dude. It was like a 50 or a 60. It was enough for me to just like quickly look at it, and I immediately like looked away. It was just gonna piss me off. He banged a 55. Yeah,
he does
after banging a 16 the weekend before, and a 30 and a 37 also, and then he just popped off. So,
yep,
that's the way the cookie crumbles.
How are your teams looking? Let's get an update on what we're looking at.
What are we looking at? How do you feel about Zach LaVine? Because he's been kind of popping off. The Bulls, they both stole a win the other night too. Vooch. Okay, let's talk about Voochie over here.
Yeah, Vucevic has been great.
because Vooch has been awesome. Love to see that. Yeah,
Levine
how do you feel about Zach
is
Levine?
$8.
What's his cap?
33. He doesn't have those Trae Young peaks. He put up 30 and only hit 45. So it's like
He doesn't do anything else. Yeah,
like for Trae Young, he'll drop 30 and but also have like 12 assists.
it's true.
So that's the difference. There's like he's a good scorer, but you want someone who can get you things from multiple places.
Yeah, those 30s are killing your lineup, boy.
Exactly.
Oh no. Let's see. What am I running this week? What do I have cooking? It's not
I
like
know you
great.
got Paolo in there somewhere.
Yeah, that's the lineup you want to see. Yeah.
Ooh.
Look at me go.
What reward are you in for right now?
What am I, 175th? So I'm in for a tier 2 right now.
Oh, you'll
And
get a tier 1 for sure.
I am. So when I looked last, I'm 40 points. Yeah. So I'm about 40 points off a podium.
With Shea? Oh, yeah.
And I still have Shea to play.
Yeah. You're good.
Which granted, like a lot of teams have a second game. But yeah, everybody on top of the leaderboard, everybody that I looked at, like their team's already played. That Paulo 91 though is carrying me, boy. That Pritchard big game. Yeah. I want a little bit more from Jamal Murray against the Nets. And yeah, I just need SGA to bang. If I can get those two, like that Austin Reeves 48, like I'm kind of cool with it. But yeah, I just need a ceiling game from SGA, and I want a little bit more from Jamal Murray. And then, damn, we cooking. Cooking.
I need a little more from Jamal Murray too.
The what?
I need a little more from Jamal Murray too for mine.
Yeah, dude, Christian Braun has been great so far. Like I was doubting after the last couple years, but he's been hitting. Sabonis let me down. LeBron James let me down. Oh, another name, dude. Have you guys looked at Cade Cunningham lately?
Because I think I said something about him.
Yeah, he's been kind of cooking. Like, granted, his cap's like 40-ish. It's like the same as Dame's, but he's been kind of nice, dude. Walker Kessler with a 41.
Teams? How's contender looking?
Don't you love it when Donovan Mitchell's the one killing your lineup?
He's got another game in him. You're good.
Yeah. Contender. Oh, Jimmy dropped a 53. Yeah, contender ain't great. Oh, actually, this one might cook. If I can get a big ceiling game from Nick Richards, who's been playing all right, and then Drummond, the Adebayo, PJ went off too. Finally, this one kind of hit. This is kind of nice. Yeah, Jalen Suggs has been incredible to start the year too.
Huge.
Look, Jay Blaze. No, think about it though.
Yeah.
Like the turnover's been insane, but if he's hitting a 46 with 7 turnovers, which you lose a massive points from, what's that? Another 24 points. That's like -3 per turnover, I think. Like, we're cooking, dude.
No, yeah, he has so many turnovers. It's kind of wild.
Oh no, it's 2 points. So -2. So yeah. Another 10, 56. Like he's banging them, dude. If he can get those turnovers under control, dude, Cade's gonna be smashing. Yeah, contender, whatever. Most of them are punts. You know, I had to put Grady Dick and Anthony Black in the lineup together. That just tells you how much I was focusing on contender.
They were in the wrong spot though. You got to flip them. Like,
oh, I got the right picture though.
Oh, okay.
I got it on the picture. Somewhere else they lined up pretty nice. Does it do if I click in?
Here, go to the top right. Here, go to the top right and do like the view.
Oh, there we go. No, maybe. Nah. All right, I got a picture of it. But what do you have? What do you have cooking?
I got the big three lineups. So Kyrie, all right. We still have 3 to go. Need something from Jamal, but 42 will. If he doesn't play, it'll suffice. We still have Powell too. Zubac's been going wild. And then Hawkins had a really good game the other day. I picked him up. Here's how he's been so far. At a cap of when I put him in, he was at a cap of
11.
4.
Oh, he's at 11 now, apparently.
Yeah, but that's still really good for 11 cap. So yeah, hopefully he can give me a 30 piece. That'd be nice. 30 piece nugget. Zubac maybe a 50 piece, and then something big from Kyrie in these next 2 games. But yeah, and then over here, Desmond Bane had a nice game. LeVert, I kind of just throw in, even though he was in my winning lineup last week.
Right.
Drummond only 1, but we'll see. Healed with no Curry.
And no Wiggins either.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway did his job. Jeremy Grant's been doing really well, but he
To
had an
the
off
ceiling
game.
game last week. Yeah.
Two of them boys.
Dude, you know what? You know
So
what sucks? You want to know the one thing that pisses me off about Silver NBA is like go back up to those 250s. It sucks when they're in the same freaking game week.
yeah.
So it's like you don't get anything from it. His cap stays high, and it just sucks. Like if it was put that 22 in between both of them, then we're talking. We're having a good time. But
Well,
when
it
you
shows
get
what he
two
can
peaks
do.
back to back,
I mean, 3 for 12 from the field. But yeah, if he can hit a nice score, this would be really nice because Cam Johnson's been projected high and he
yo,
has good
no
matchups.
Ben Simmons tonight either.
Exactly. So we'll see. He shoots a lot of threes. But yeah, 3 teams per usual. I'll go to this so you can see the cards a little better. But yeah, solid, but need more.
There you go. And then you already won a tier 3 so far?
Yeah, barely scraped. I also have a tier 3, and do you want to open up the football tier 3 that I have? Well,
We're 41 minutes into an NBA show, dude.
yeah, we got nothing else to talk about.
Anything
Moroccan.
else you guys want to hit on in the chat? Let us know. Let's talk some hoops for a little bit.
Ooh.
I really needed to pick Alex's brain on what to do because I'm really tempted to just skip pro lineups and focusing in on the NBA tournament, but I just don't know. We'll probably do a preview show for the NBA tournament, the first game week, probably next week. Alex, that sound good to you?
That's cool with me. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably next week. We'll take a look at the matchups. We'll take a look at the weekend and the week because I got to see how we're gonna do that. How we're gonna plan for this in season tournament because I don't know. I'm stuck in between two minds because I don't know about you, but I've been having a lot of fun with the daily competitions.
Yeah, they're cool. You get a lot of common cards because I only play common. I don't really play limited, but they're fun
Yeah,
for sure.
I've just been having. Ooh, what do you got over there?
5-star box. Okay.
Also, I didn't realize that I won 7 things in football this weekend.
There you go.
I've just been watching basketball, dude. MLS is in the playoffs. Like we're just coasting. My teams are dead. I barely have teams anymore. Like my football gallery's slowly just diminishing away into nothing.
I don't know if I showed this is the guy that I won.
Oh, a little PSV boy.
Yeah, he got minutes, 16 A and 27
You got a
minutes.
collection cooking?
Not for new season. Old season, I do.
No. Should I just open my football rewards now?
You should.
Also, shout out to anybody who's here for the NBA stuff. Just throw some stuff in the chat, man. We can continue to talk about it. We're just gonna open some rewards and hang out for a little bit before we hop off this thing. What should I win? What should I end up winning? Ooh, $8. Let's go.
Let's go. Money.
Let's go.
Was that Orlando?
No, that was a Messi Peck Golds. Gaye, I guess I did have Gaye in there. Ooh, another Midtjylland boy. I'm about to build a Midtjylland collection. Oh, did you see that Adam Books is back?
Is that true?
Yeah. I'll show you in a second. And another. Of course, he's not playing. This might be the guy that. Is it a forward? Yeah, probably Books will replace him. That's why.
Oh, yeah, he is back.
Yep. How do I go to my collection from here?
Go right there. Yeah.
You know what I hate? When I click here, doesn't show me my collection, does it? Or does?
It does. You only have one. I guess maybe limited. You have one. Another one.
Oh, that's right. The Books is limited. That's right. I forgot. Oh, well. Look at me with a little rare that how much did it cost? How much you got? Ooh, $4. I can sell $4. I could buy an NBA card with that. Yeah, look at me go. Oh, Pico Player is also a football guy. 22 football boxes and collected barely any essence, $200 in market credits, and level ups. Okay, but what are you buying with those market credits, though? That's the real question.
Do you see how horrible the podiums were for Classic Challenger this week?
No. Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It was like you needed like 550. Like I had 100 for Messi captained, Boskagli 95, and then I still couldn't win with 3 cards left.
Yeah.
And then Weverton shit the bed, and I was like, oh. And then Pooge hit 100, and Peck hit like 90. I ended up with like 470. Good for a tier 3.
Multiple 480s and barely getting into cash rewards. Like, yeah, I freaking smashed in season, and I was barely scraping boxes. It's
yeah. Boxes were hard to come by this week.
that conversation is kind of floating around where, like, look, the football game is mature. It's been around for 5 years. There's a ton of cards out. It's hard to win. It really is difficult to win. Or you have things like MLB on the baseball side, and you have the NBA on the basketball side, and all of a sudden there's a lot less competition, a lot less cards floating around. I'm not saying it's easier to win, but it's been proven that people that do put the time and money into these American sports, the smaller silver sports, are kind of doing pretty good for themselves because the competition is a little light over here. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying maybe you should get into in season.
I'm literally running the exact same lineup I ran last week with a different keeper. Like Messi,
Wow.
Peck, Boscagli for the win.
Challenger football is the toughest division. Do you think?
For sure. Yeah, the scores are absurd nowadays.
Yeah, because even what was it? I think Sorare Data posted today like their team of the week from like the Prem or something like that. There wasn't even like 100 on it. So if you're just playing strictly Prem, like you're chilling. But then you have Boscagli and Messi and Puig and Peck, and all of a sudden you're having a bad time, Chief. Yeah, dude, Challenger's tough, man. I kind of missed the summer period because we were kind of cooking, we were eating, we were racking in rewards left and right, and I could barely scrape boxes these days. My gallery is dead.
Exactly. Not great, Chief. Not great.
Pico says, look at the future PSV fixtures. The reign of 5-man stacks is over.
I know they play Ajax this weekend. Who else
they have a tough run coming?
Girona. NAC is a bad team. Groningen's a bad team. Shakhtar's a bad team. Utrecht's a bad team. Twente's a bad team.
Well, good thing MLS is over.
Yeah. Maybe in Champions League it's tough, but for Eredivisie, if it's not a top 3 team, they're going to beat them and probably keep a clean sheet.
We'll see. But hey, we'll probably do an MLS show this week to kind of recap all the MLS Cup action as Columbus Crew play tonight. And then so does RSL in Minnesota. And then, we'll do, we got another NBA Road to Glory coming up soon. We'll get Bob to talk about his podium. We got ZM Star, who is going full NBA DGen and trying to sell out of football. Am I supposed to say that out loud? I don't know. And next week we'll come back at you with an NBA. We'll talk some more NBA, Sorare NBA, and then we'll do a little preview for the NBA Cup, and we'll see if we can, maybe get some buy lows, get some cheapo deals on the market, do a little bit of scouting, seeing if we can't win a little cash and win a trip to Vegas, because never been to Vegas, and it'll be a lot better if it's free.
Now's the time to go.
Sorare's going to give me that opportunity. Alex, do you have anything else for these people?
No, I guess just go win stuff because prices are too high. Win you some stuff.
Yeah.
But don't degen into too much. Don't be like us.
No, degen into everything. Yo, shout out to everybody who's hanging out in the chat. There's a lot of new faces in here for the NBA content. We love to see it. Yo, come hang out in the chat. You want to come on to a show? Come hang out. I already have some people in my DMs that want to come on and talk some NBA. So, hey, get on that list. The door is always open. We're always down to hang out, talk some hoops, play some Sorare, and hopefully win a trip to Vegas. We'll see you all again at the end of this week. We'll see you next week, and we'll see you the week after that. And like what? The content's going to keep on flowing because the NBA videos is freaking back. And you know what? I gotta end the show in the only way that I know how, because Paolo Banchero dropped a 50 bomb, and I was in the freaking building.